Hello everyone, and welcome back to another GTA Online video, where today we're going to be covering something that's really intrigued me over the years of playing GTA Online, and is something that I'm sure a lot of hardcore players will have been at least trying to keep up with as they come out. If you haven't already looked at the title of the video because you're just a blind PRG fan and will watch pretty much anything that I put out nowadays, what I'm of course talking about is rare and obscure pieces of clothing items that you can, or could, obtain at some point in GTA Online's history. Things like these in video games are pretty few and far between. Some examples of games which I can remember that feature special customizable items that have to be unlocked in very special ways include Warhawk with their competition knife, Little Big Planet with their competition crown, Call of Duty with their weapon camouflages, as well as pretty much every modern game nowadays which include a special edition or something where they say that you can get some limited edition armor which does little to nothing to give you an advantage whatsoever. And if you didn't already know, there exist clothing items that can be found but cannot simply be purchased by going into the clothing store or an ammunition. Most of these clothing items, most notably t-shirts, are unlocked by very trivial tasks such as simply logging in on a certain date or fulfilling some easy requirements such as doing challenges on a certain date. But then there are examples like the Kiflom t-shirt as found in the After Hours update, which can only be obtained by going to one's nightclub, getting drunk on the oddly specific Macbeth whiskey, passing out, and then hoping to the RNG gods that you'll respawn while wearing the aforementioned t-shirt. I personally have never really tried to get this t-shirt myself outside of showing you right here, mainly because I've heard that while some people have been lucky enough to get the t-shirt on their very first try, I've heard cases where someone tried like 100 times and they still have to get the t-shirt. And what's worse about being unlucky about this is the fact that when you pass out for every attempt, where you end up when you wake up is totally random, with the worst case being you teleport to the top of Mount Chiliad with some of your clothes taken off. Imagine waking up there a whole bunch of times, having to make your way down, going all the way back to the city, and then back to your nightclub for another attempt. I can imagine that getting a bit frustrating. But at least the Kiflon t-shirt, if you're a fan of how it looks, is still available for players to obtain today if they want to give it a try. However, as I say, there is a large amount of collectible t-shirts that could only be obtained by doing trivial tasks on certain dates, such as simply logging in or completing a simple challenge on a certain date of a certain year. Which means that if you don't already have these t-shirts, then there's no way you'll be able to acquire them without the use of mods, or if Rockstar decide to distribute them again. There's far too many of these t-shirts to list in one video, so I'll just leave a link in the description leading to a page which lists pretty much everything you want to know. But there are some t-shirts that require players to go above and beyond to acquire them. Again, some of them can be acquired today, but there's also some that are time sensitive. Anyways, the second t-shirt we're going to be taking a look at is the Rockstar V-neck. This t-shirt can still be acquired today, and all you have to do to obtain one is to have a job that you made be verified by Rockstar. It can be a race, a deathmatch, it can be anything. It just has to be verified by Rockstar, at least from what I've seen. And out of it you get a pretty sweet looking t-shirt in Grove Street Green with the Rockstar logo on it. I haven't really made that many jobs myself outside of a live stream, but I can imagine the likelihood of a job that you make being verified by Rockstar to be pretty low, unless you're lucky of course, and the job itself would have to be a pretty polished, well made and fair design for Rockstar to consider it worthy. That is, if they even come across your creation in the first place, which will be like no chance. The next t-shirt we're going to be taking a look at will be the Loneliest Robot in Great Britain t-shirt, which was something given out to players as a reward for uploading a Rockstar Editor created video to Rockstar Social Club while there was an ongoing competition to create a music video for the song Leave, which was played by Waves. But here's the thing though, according to the GTA wiki, literally any sort of video uploaded to the Social Club during the contest period after May 13th, 2015 was eligible for the uploader to receive a t-shirt. So if I really wanted the t-shirt back then, I could have just made a 3-second recording of my character just standing still, and that would have got me a t-shirt. Quality content. As for the actual prize for whom Rockstar deemed to have the best video, the winner of that was user YeahMap, who was awarded a $100 gift card for the Rockstar Warehouse, some GTA 5 stuff, as well as a G910 Orion Spark gaming keyboard and a G510 Proteus Core gaming mouse. Hey, I used to have one of those. Both were engraved with their Social Club username and Rockstar logo. Pretty cool, though I find it hilarious to think that the $100 gift card, if it were to be spent on GTA Online shark cards nowadays, it would have allowed them to buy nothing more than what, 2 supercars maybe? Not even that. If there ever was a competition like this again, I'd probably give it a try, though they usually have rules against compositing and visual effects, so Mr. Chrome here wouldn't be able to accompany my venture into such a thing. Next, let's take a look at the Rockstar t-shirt raffles. There were 5 different ones in total, and were given out during some live streams of GTA Online featuring everyone's favourite. Basically, you'd watch a live stream, enter some raffle, and then the winners would be chosen in a batch of like 50 every so often. There was a whole bunch of these kinds of streams, with the prizes varying in rarity. According to the GTA wiki, some of these t-shirts were only given out 10 at a time at minimum, making them exceedingly rare t-shirts to own. Again, according to the GTA wiki, there only exist like a few hundred people in the world who actually own these t-shirts legitimately unlocked, making them more rare than the likes of the party hat and RuneScape. But there also exists other types of clothing in GTA Online that were once rare but were later unlocked for all players to wear at a later date. There exist beer hats that one could obtain through the Independence Day special content update, as well as the festive surprise event. They would be found in special crates that would spawn randomly in free mode, and initially there were 6 variants of the hat, 4 of them legit and 2 that would remain unused in the data of the game. However, all 6 would later be released for anyone to wear on July 8th, 2015, but only for the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One version of the game. The PC version, as well as the previous generation versions, never got this change for some reason. Another rare unlockable, which is sort of clothing, is an unlockable parachute known as the High Flyer variant. To get this parachute, you would have had to have completed a special playlist that was open during the Flight School event around the time that it was released. Along with the examples that I've shown here, there exist many more pieces of clothing that cannot simply be bought by players, and of course listing them all would be quite a lengthy process, so I'll just leave a link in the description if you want to know more about them. And with that, I'm going to end the video here, folks. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and maybe I'll cover other topics about rare and hard to acquire stuff in GTA. But in the meantime, see you around, folks.